Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to the channel and welcome to the live. I know it's early. Not that many people will probably be able to actually catch the live part of this, but I wanted to hop on here before everything gets crazy and the baby gets up and it gets chaotic here. I'm going to make this quick. I'm not going to take up too much of y'all's time or anything like that, but I do want to come on here and just say that I messed up big. I messed up. I messed up big time, and I have some things that I need to apologize for. And just fucking man, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. If anyone, I will look at the comments after I see what I gotta say. But I do have a one-track mind, so I'm gonna have to say what I have to say, and then I'll check it out. I'm not ignoring anyone. I will look at the comments afterwards. So I will also say too, if within this stream you have no clue what I'm talking about or the people discussed within it, you may want to skip this one because the, if you don't know, then you're not going to care, right? So just skip this one, and yeah. So a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, not before last, I hopped onto a live stream. One of Tira's live streams, and upon hopping on, I really thought that it was just, we were just going to be chit chatting, not about anything in particular, nothing, nothing serious, nothing, we were just talking about life and everything. Well, about an hour, half an hour, or an hour and a half in, people started coming into the chat and making comments about how there was another said stream going on. And within that stream, it was really, really bad towards Tira. Okay. And Tira kind of halted the stream and, talked about it for a few moments. And you could tell, or I could tell, that she was affected by it. You could tell that she was just like, what again? Everyone was saying it was really bad. You could tell she's like, damn, like trying to like go ahead and set herself up. What could it be about? Things like that. And I spoke on it and I said, don't, if it's too much, if you think it's going to be too much, don't watch it. Wait till tomorrow, sitting there kind of me and other people on the panel, just basically saying, if it's going to be too much or whatever, if it's that bad, maybe wait till tomorrow to watch it. And we talked about it for a few moments and then we moved on with the live stream. Now, the issue here is I should not have spoke about this said stream in general without knowing the context of what the stream was. I was under the impression, due to some of the comments and, just things being said, that it was bad. It was really bad and that it was towards Tira. So I was trying to just like, I don't know, be decent and let Tira know, if this is going to affect you, don't watch it. If it's that bad and people are telling you it's that bad, don't allow it to take your energy. And I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have spoke about the stream at all without knowing what the stream was about. Very quickly after the stream, I realized that I fucked up in this. And very quickly, I apologized and I said I would watch the stream with an open mind, which I did. And I'll get to that and like my overall thoughts of the stream in just a moment. But I once again want to apologize for speaking on it without knowing the context of the stream. With that being said, after a few moments of speaking about the stream, we moved on with the conversation and we were talking about other things going on within the community, things that have been, all this craziness going on. And if it's been a lot. There's been a lot of stuff going on, and all of us were just kind of sharing our opinions of the things going on within the community. That was another one of my fuck ups. Okay. Like I said, I've fucked up a lot lately. I shouldn't have been on that stream. sharing my opinions on anything because it's not my fucking business, number one. And number two, if I don't talk about it here on my channel, I shouldn't be over there talking about any of it over there. Okay. And I just want to make it very clear that not that this matters, it doesn't make anything any better, but I want to make it very clear that when I went into the stream, that was not the point of me going on the stream. I didn't, it's not like I planned to go on there and say anything about anyone or anything. Okay. I know that doesn't make it better, but that's the truth. The narrative's being spun now, or people believe, that's what I should say. I'm not going to say narrative. I hate that word. It's used all the time. But people believe that the whole stream was about the other said stream and the people on said stream. And I hate that because it really wasn't. It wasn't at all. We said what we said, and then we moved on with the conversation and talked about other things. I know that I can't change anyone's opinion if that's how they feel, and I don't want to change anyone's opinion, but I did try to explain from my point of view. I had no clue who was over there on that said stream. I had no clue what was being said on that said stream. You know what I'm saying? I had no context, period. I didn't. And I have went to look back to see if it was said, hey, all these people were over there and this is what was talked about. And it wasn't, not that I seen. I didn't look at the comments. I was just talking to people on panel. And so there were times where I said they or made very general statements like that. And the people on that stream believed that it was about them, and it wasn't. It wasn't. Not from me anyways, and it wasn't. I was talking about people in the community in general, but I know it doesn't matter because they believe it was, and that hurts me. I don't want to hurt people here, and the idea that I did was something I said really upsets me, but I know that I can't do anything about it. I can't take it back. I said what I said, and I don't get me wrong. What I said, I don't take back because I meant what I said about the things going on with this community. But I do hate that it's been twisted into I was saying this about all of these people or people on that stream when I wasn't. I wasn't, and that's all I can say about it. And if you don't believe that, I don't know what else to say. All I can tell you is from my point of view. And from my point of view, I was not discussing anyone that was in that stream. Okay. Aside from those first few moments where we were talking about, Steph, that was it. That was it. And I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been speaking about Steph. I shouldn't have said anything. And I know that now. So I do apologize for that. But when it comes to the other things that I had to say, you guys, I meant that. I meant the things that I said about what was going on in this community. But what I've learned is people don't like what I say. And, you know, I shouldn't be talking about it because, over here on my channel, I don't talk about it. And if I'm not going to talk about it over here, I don't need to be anywhere else talking about it. And I just need to keep those opinions to myself because, if I'm not going to talk about it over here or be a part of it over here, then I don't need to be talking about it. And that's a big, big lesson I've learned here. Okay. This has been one of those things where it hurts my heart. It does. Just the idea of the fact that things that I've done have hurt other people. I don't like that. I don't like hurting other people. Okay. I know people seem to think I do, but I really don't. But I also know that I can't take it back. And all I can say is I'm sorry. And moving forward, I'm going to show you guys, like, I mean that. I really mean that. And I hate that anything I said in that stream was taken as a personal attack on anyone because it wasn't. I wasn't talking about anyone personally. And I'm sorry. Okay. Moving on though, I do want to say I watched the stream and the stream itself. The only thing that I want to or took away from it that I want to kind of talk about here is there was a situation that happened with another creator, and this was months and months ago, but another creator had came on and um, shared her story because she said that she was being threatened and she felt like she had to share her story. So she came on and she shared her story, and it was a very serious situation. It had to do with eating disorders, and she was being, she said she was being basically threatened that if she didn't, all this stuff was going to happen. And it was horrible. You know, society tells you when someone is sharing their stories about disorders or addiction or anything of that nature, that takes a lot of strength. And in the moment, you know, that's how I felt about it. And I was supportive, and I told her, you know, I hate that this is happening to you. I hate that you are being you know, threatened if you didn't come out and share this. And it was awful. But what I learned from this stream that was being had was all of that was fake. And what ended up happening, if you were a part of it, then you already know. But what ended up happening was there was a group of people who were targeted and harassed and bullied and all these things because this said creator basically allegedly came out and said that they were a part of it and that they were the ones threatening her um, in a roundabout way. I can't say that for a fact, but from the stream I watched and the receipts and everything, that is what I took from it. These people were stood up. They were made to look like the bad guy. And because of that, they received a lot of hate. They received a lot of harassment from others that were involved in this. And it was awful. It was awful what happened to them. And I can say that. And I can also say I'm sorry that I did not say anything, that I didn't, you know, anything. I knew in the moment when all of this was happening, no receipts were being shown. And I knew that that was shitty, right? And I should have said something. And I didn't. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for everything these people went through. I wish I knew now or I wish I knew all of that then, what I know now. You know what I'm saying? But once again, this is one of those situations where I cannot go back and change it, but I am sorry. I'm sorry I was silent. I'm sorry I didn't say anything. I'm sorry that I didn't, you know, be more supportive. And I really am sorry that these group of ladies felt so alone and felt like, you know, everybody was against them. And I hate that. I really, really hate that. Um, Other than that, like the rest of the stream, I know that we're going to kind of talk about Terry here for a moment. I know that everyone had, or people on the stream, people that were talking, have personal experiences with Tira that are negative. And, you know, although I can't speak on that because it isn't my experience and it isn't got anything to do with me, what I can say is I am so fucking sorry that I spoke on it at all during the streams. Okay. I shouldn't have spoke on it all because number one, I didn't know half of what was going on. Number two, I was being very one-sided, you know, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I ever spoke on it. I shouldn't have ever, not towards Steph or anything. The only person I really spoke on was Steph, and I'm sorry. Okay. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have spoke on it at all because I it wasn't my thing and I shouldn't have spoke on it and I fucked up and I'm sorry. Okay. Another thing that I want to mention here, and actually this is probably going to be because all I can do, okay, and I know this is kind of all over the place, but I do feel like I need to come on here and say this. All I can do is apologize for the things I've done. And I know apologies mean nothing if you don't show moving forward that you actually mean it. And so moving forward, I'm going to show that I actually mean it. But I do feel like I need to come on here and apologize for, you know, being a part of anything that I shouldn't have been, saying things I shouldn't have said, you know, and just not being the person I want to be. Okay. Because the thing is you can get sucked into this really easy. And it's so easy to hear a side. I try to be an unbiased person, and I wasn't unbiased in this situation, and I could admit that. And that's what I can apologize for, and that's what I am sorry for. I hate that I've allowed myself to get sucked into this level. I try not to. I really do try not to. I try not to speak on it. I try not to watch when it is something personal against someone else or a personal situation going on with someone else. But sometimes I do. And I got to stop doing that, right? I have to stop doing that. I have to stop involving myself, and I damn sure need to stop vocalizing anything based off of one side or the other side because that does nothing but, add to the issue or add to the problem. And I see that. And this was a big learning curve, a learning lesson for that. And even though it does hurt my heart, I am grateful it happened because moving forward, that I know what to do and what not to do. So I am really, really sorry. But at the same time, it's like, it's hard for me because I know there are so many people out here that have had, or not so many people, but a great deal of people who have had negative experiences with Tira and they don't like her because of that. But I haven't had those said experiences with her. And so it's hard for me to see. But that's even more reason why I should not be speaking on it because I don't know anything about it and it isn't my beef. It isn't my whatever. And I should not insert myself, even if it is just being like very supportive of Tira. If it's about someone else, I just need to stay out of it. And that's something I've learned is if this is like some personal beef between anybody, two people in general, I need to just stay out of it. And that's what I'm going to work on moving forward because I don't want issues with anybody. I really don't. But I also understand why people are upset when it comes to these things. I understand why people are upset with me when it comes to these things because I shouldn't be up there talking about anything if I'm not informed and know what the fuck's going on. And even if I do know what's going on and I have my opinions, I have learned also I still shouldn't be up there talking about it because it causes issues, it causes drama. And I say I don't want that. And then here I am up there doing it. And I'm sorry. It's not going to be happening any fucking more. That's all I can say. That's literally all I can say at this point. Another thing I want to like address is um, people have this belief that I support everything Tara does. I support everything Tara's done because I'm there and because I'm there, I co-sign it. And I know that that's what it looks like. But trust and believe there have been plenty of things that has happened in the past that I did not support and I made it clear that I did not support it. There have been plenty of times in the past where it was way too much for me and I stepped away for a while because I just couldn't. I just couldn't and I knew I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want to, watch it going down and all of that. But, and I know this is what people's going to disagree with, and I know people are probably going to get even madder at me for it, but I'm just trying to be as honest as possible here, you guys. But in saying that, I have also seen Tira in real time try and do better. I have seen Tira in real time apologize and make amends with people and moving forward, try not to make those same mistakes. And I am not going to kick anyone if they're trying. I'm just not. And that's why I stick around. And if you watch any of the streams, I've said all of these things to her. Anything that I've ever said, I've said to her, this is how I feel. And, there have been moments where I couldn't support it and it was too much. But I know that a lot of people, to them, it's like, well, if she's capable of doing this stuff, then, whatever. But to me, it's like, I've seen her trying and I know people are going to disagree with that. And I know people are going to not, whatever. But all I can tell you is from my point of view, and that is my point of view. That's how I feel about it. That is why I choose to go and be there, because I see her trying. And I'm so sorry if that upsets anybody, but that is why I choose to be there, because I see her in real time trying, which is more than I can say for some people. There are people out there that I've seen who have been a part of the problem and been involved, and they never took accountability. They never apologized, and they just kept going like nothing ever happened. And people still support them, but it's okay. But that's okay. And it's like, to me, everyone screams keep the same energy or this or that, and it doesn't happen. And I know everyone says that, but it's so true. It's so true. No one keeps the same energy. And so that's how I feel about that. There was a situation. This is the only other thing I want to talk about from that stream, and then I'll check the comments, you guys, and I'll read y'all's comments. Anything you want to ask me, anything you want to say, I will answer. Okay. But in in the stream, there was a situation or something said along the lines of me sending an email to Marissa about Tira. This was a couple months back. I want to apologize for this as well, because yes, it's true. It wasn't an email. It was on Twitter, but there was a moment where there was things going on that I did not support, and I was in this place of, what do I do? I don't support this. I don't support what's going on right now. It's too hard for me to watch. I don't like this. And I talked to Marissa about it. And that was my first mistake, because I should have just went directly to Tara. Since then, let me just say, before this stream came out, before any of this was said, I've talked to Tara about it. I told Tara how I felt. I told her, I did. And we've had long discussions about it on live streams, off of live streams. And I told her, but at the moment, in that moment, when the messages was sent, at that time, I did not feel like I could go to Tara, or that Tara would listen to me. I thought she would get really upset about it, or that she wouldn't listen, or feel like I was trying to dictate her in some way. But that's my fuck up. That's where I fucked up. I should have, no matter if she was going to get pissed off, no matter if she was anything, I should have went there. I should have told her how I felt then. And I should have told her that, look, I can't support this or that or whatever. And this is why. And I should have just told her. And that, once again, is where I fucked up. And I'm sorry to Tira for not coming to her then, even though I've already spoken with her. I'm also just sorry in general that was the behavior I showcased, because it was a mistake. I should have went to her. I should have. Um, so that's basically everything that I wanted to just come on here and say. I know that if someone has this opinion of me that I am two-faced, or that I'm fake, or whatever, I can't change that opinion. And I don't want to change that opinion. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And I respect it. If you don't want to support me because of this, that, or whatever, I respect it. I'm not here to try to change anyone's opinion. I'm admitting where I feel I fucked up. Okay. I'm admitting to where I feel like I messed up and I should have done things differently. And, like I said, as bad as this hurts, at the same time, I am grateful for it, because I would not have seen any of these things if they hadn't have been called out. So as bad as it hurts, I am grateful for that part of it. But at the same time, as grateful as I am, some things that are being said are not true. That whole stream was not attacking anyone in particular. It was not a personal attack on anyone. I personally was not talking about anyone on that stream outside of when it got brought up in the chat, and Tara acknowledged it, and we talked about it for a few moments and moved forward. That was it. Okay. I've tried to clear that up, but obviously it's not believed, and that's okay. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it, and I respect that too. Okay. I don't. Another misconception here is that I believe I'm better than others. I believe that I am the moral police. And none of that is true. Okay. I don't feel that way. If I felt that way, then I wouldn't even be over on Tira's chat. I wouldn't be supporting anybody in this community. If I really thought that I was better than anybody, I wouldn't be involved in general. I wouldn't support, I wouldn't comment, I wouldn't nothing. Okay. That's not the case. Okay. And if my opinions come off as if I think I am, I'm sorry. They're my opinions. I can't help how I feel about something. But what I can do is no longer voice those opinions. And that's what I'm going to be doing from here on out. I will not be talking about anything that's involved in the community. I will not be talking about anyone involved in the community. And I'm just going to try to focus on what I'm doing over here on my channel, you know, and that's all I can do. Okay. I can sit here all day and say, I fucked up, I'm sorry. But I know that doesn't mean anything if I don't back it up. And that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to back it up, but I'm not a perfect person. I never claimed to be a perfect person. I never claimed to be better than anybody. And if someone has that, idea of me and think that's who I am, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's how you feel, but that's not the truth. I know my heart, okay? I know my heart. And I know that what people are saying are not true about me. But I can admit that some of the behaviors I've showcased, I can understand why people would think those things about me. So I'm sorry, and that's all I can say. I wanted to hop on here. I don't want to make this too long. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. Let me scroll up here. It is cold this morning, you guys. My hands are like freezing. Hey, curls. Well, see, and that's the thing. Yeah, I was supporting another creator, and I had the same like idea that I've done nothing wrong, right? But these are the things I did wrong. That I did do things wrong. I should not have been talking about these things. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have been talking about them. And I can be supportive of Tira and still not be talking about these things. And that was where I fucked up. That's my fuck up, not Tira's fuck up, my fuck up. And I, I'm, I'm not going to keep saying I'm sorry, but yeah, it's not about them. It says to me that you feel the need to apologize for something you didn't do. Maybe they should, yeah, and that's how I feel. But now at the same time, because I feel like if you watch the whole stream, it's obvious that that's not what the whole stream was about. But at the same time, if that's how someone feels after watching the whole stream, that's how they feel. And I'm not trying to invalidate anything here. I hate that that's the way it came off, if that is the way it looks, and because that's not the way it was. But that's all I can say about it. Hey Shay, I'm late, but I do want to hear what you have to say because at least you are addressing. Yeah, I appreciate it, Shay. I appreciate you being here. I do agree if you're going to talk about something on someone else's channel, you should, yeah. And that right there, that's the truth. And I don't talk about it over here because I don't want to be involved, but there are times where I get sucked into it and I'll go over there because I feel like, everyone's talking about it. I can go up there and I can share my opinions in real time, but that's a fucking mistake, dude. That is a mistake. If I don't want to be involved in it, I don't need to be involved, period. And that's what I'm saying. From here on out, I will not be involved. I will not be, not just because of this, but because I don't want to. I don't want all the drama. I don't want to be beefing with people, and I damn sure don't want to come off as doing this like, oh, over here it's one way, but then I can go over there. And I can see why people feel that way. I am guilty of fucking doing it. And I'm admitting that. I know I am. It's very seldom that I hop on there and talk a lot of, whatever, but I do. And I don't need to be over there. If I genuinely don't want to be involved in the drama or insert myself into the drama, then I don't need to be over there. And that is all on me. That's not on Tara or anyone else. That's on me. I'm sorry you feel this way and your voice is shaking. It's my voice is shaking because it's freaking cold. That's why my voice is shaking. I'm freezing. Callista Cat needs to talk about girl. Yes, she does. Will she? I doubt it. I doubt that she will. But I agree, she definitely does. I went on each creator's channel and told them I never thought they were guilty of this. People did ask Calista Cat to show proof and she wouldn't. Yeah, I agree. I agree 10,000% I agree. And the thing is a lot of this is because of her. Not all of it, right? There's other things that other people need to take accountability. I can only take accountability for what, for my part, you know? But yeah, absolutely. I think she should, but I also don't think she will. And that's sad, because there were people that were harassed and, you know, went through a lot because of this situation, and that's not cool. It's not cool, no matter who it is. It's just not cool to put those type of allegations on someone, and then when the truth comes out, you're nowhere to be found or you're not there, and that's messed up on another level. I hope that people like remember this though, and maybe one day she'll have to be held accountable herself. I don't know. Not another T channel, working on my video in a bit. Okay, I'll definitely watch it. Thank you for hopping on here. I really appreciate it. I agree. Unfair to all of them being accused. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Rachel. Good morning. Is Marissa here? I didn't see Marissa. Did I miss her? I don't know. Um, she wouldn't show proof, and she lets Tara blame them over and over on community posts and videos. I actually couldn't believe what was, yeah. When the first like, I think like 2.5 hours, I was just like, oh my God, this is bad. This is so, so bad. I was shocked. I was shocked because I just didn't think that she was capable of something like that. But hey, we learn every day, right? And that's what I'm saying. I'm learning shit right now, a lot of shit, a lot of shit about myself and others that I'm just like mind blown about. Let's see. Good morning. That's why I was so disappointed in you. I get it, Shay. I understand. And look, and like the things that happened to you, I'm sorry that I the thing is whenever I don't agree with something, no matter whose channel it is. This isn't like specifically about Tara. This is any channel, because I'm not a confrontational person, because I don't want to be involved in the drama and all this and that. When I see that something's wrong, I don't speak up, and that's wrong. That's wrong. And from here on out, it's like I can't be doing that. And I understand that, right? Like, I understand just because I don't want issues with people, I can't make everybody happy. Not everybody's going to fucking like me. I see that. I can't make everybody fucking like me. But this is something I've struggled with literally my whole life. I don't want to have issues with people. But when it's fucking wrong, it's wrong, And I just, I have to stop. Like, that's what I've chose to do, just to keep things really like non-confrontational. Is just I try to be silent about it, or I don't speak up, or I just won't watch whenever whatever. But I know that that's something I have to stop doing, and it's something I'm going to be working on. Trust and believe that. And I'm sorry. um let's see here. I just want to make sure, if anybody has any questions, if you want to ask me anything before I get off of here, anything, okay, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. Okay. Wildflower, we all make mistakes, and yes, all sides should be looked at, but it's not bad to support another creator. Why is it okay for others to show support to these? And I agree. No, Pearls, I agree. I want to make it clear right now. I'm going to continue supporting Tira until I feel like something's changed. Tira isn't growing. Tira isn't trying. Tira is a horrible person. Those are my choices to make. I know my boundaries. I know what's what. And so I'm not coming on here and saying everybody's right. I shouldn't support Tira. And I know that's the part where people's probably going to be pissed off. And I'm sorry for that. If that's how you feel, or if you can't support me because, I'm there supporting her, I get that. And honestly, if that's how you feel, then, you probably shouldn't support me, because I do, when people are trying, I do want to give them a chance. When people are trying to be better, I will give them a chance. Any fucking body, okay? Anybody that I've ever supported before, anybody, even if I don't support them, okay? And there are people in this uh, community that I don't support, even if they can, like, moving forward, they are trying to be better people and be a better version of themselves and make amends and be better, I'm going to support that, right? Even if I don't support them, I'm going to support people trying to be better humans. And I know people are going to disagree and say, well, Tara's not a good person. I get it. Okay. And I'm not trying to take away from your own experiences that you've had. I'm not trying to nothing, none of that. All I can speak on is from my point of view. Right. And I do feel bad for everyone and their experiences with her. I feel horrible um, that you got hurt in any way. And like I said, there are many things that have happened that I didn't support and I didn't think it was cool. And since then I have spoken to Tara about those things and said and told her in real time, okay, on streams and messages, phone calls, whatever. And she gets it. She respects it. But like I said, it to me, the way I feel about it is those things are my problem. If it's too much for me or if whatever and it's wrong and I can't support it, then that's, that's on me, right? Like if it's too much for me, then I don't need to be there and I don't need to support it. And that's what I do whenever it's too much for me, or if it's something that I don't agree on, or even sometimes if it's just really dark shit that I don't want to listen to, I won't. And that goes for everybody. Like everybody I support. If it gets real deep or real dark and it's shit that I don't, necessarily want to hear about, I don't watch. But don't we all, like, I don't know. Um, yeah, honestly, I don't think you know what you are supporting. I think you are genuine. So I really hope you actually look and see what is really going on. Yeah, well, I appreciate your comment, and I definitely will be keeping my eyes open. Like I said, from here on, I know what all I can do is control myself, guys. That's basically where I'm coming at here. I can't control anyone else or anyone else's whatever, but I can admit that I understand why people would be pissed off because I've inserted myself or because I had an opinion on something that I shouldn't have said anything about if I didn't want to be involved. And that's on me. That's all I can speak on is myself. Hey, Spooky. Okay, I wish people would stop all the nonsense. I don't even like going in anyone's chats anymore because people get mad if you're here, there. Just because I chat doesn't mean I support, condone everything people do. Exactly, Rachel, and I agree. And I think people know that, but I also think this stuff is really personal to some people. Like some of this is really personal, and it's hard not to feel um, of, like personally offended or whatever when someone else that you may support is over there. And I get that. Or if it looks like someone is supporting it, I get why that's hurtful. I get that, especially when it's someone that also supports you. But I agree, it has gotten to this place where everything is so, so, so personal. And not just in this situation, let me just add, not just here, in general, all over in this community, things have gotten really, really personal. And I think that's why it escalates the way it does. And I hate it. I wish I knew how to get back to a good place, not just me personally, but in general, the community. I wish there was a way for it to get back to a good place, but I don't know. I don't know if it will or what will have to happen for it to be in a good place. You know what I'm saying? Um, no, Wildflower, you don't co-sign Tira. You have called her out or backed off. You're not a bad person for liking Tira. I don't think I am, you know what I'm saying? But I can, like I said, I can see why it comes off the way it does. And I can see the things that I have been like a part of that, would piss someone off or make it look another way. So I'm really just trying to like reflect, right? And as I reflect, there may be other things, right? There may be other things as I sit back and like really think about it that I need to apologize for or work on, right? I'm not going to come on here every single time something happens and apologize if it's something really small, but don't, please, please, like, I want people to understand I'm not sweeping anything under the rug. I do take this shit seriously because that's the kind of person I am. And I do see the different issues that I've the caused, right? And different things I've been a part of. And that is all I can do at the end of the day. It's just try to do better and be better. I'm not a bad person. I'm human. I'm not perfect, right? And I fuck up, y'all. I fuck up. I make mistakes, and that's what I've done. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm just gonna try to do better. Um, while you are here, can is this okay? That's not. I don't think that is that for me. Kid begs while you were here, can you clear up? I said I supported Tira, not loved her, and you spoke because you were nervous because okay, I don't think that's to me. Unless I'm wrong. I don't know because I never said that. Same Rachel, that's for Rachel. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, she needs to try and clear up the fact she blamed three innocent people for death threats, blackmail, and harassment, and they have spent the last 3 months trying to prove a negative, and that is impossible to do. Um, I can't speak for Tira, but I do believe that when it comes to the Callista Cat stuff, she sees she sees, and I do think that I can't say she's going to, I don't know, but I think that she is going to address it at some point. So just stay tuned for that. I don't know, but I agree with this. I do agree. What happened was so fucked up, right? But I also feel like everyone kind of got fucked, if that makes sense. And excuse my language, y'all. I know it's early, but I do feel that in a roundabout way, everybody like Tira went hard for Callista, and she's being fucked in this too. Not like the rest, not like the ladies that were harassed and all the things for months and months. That shit's on another level. But Callista is at the root of all this, and God, I wish there was a way to hold her accountable for this. But the thing is I just don't know. I don't know. There were mistakes made for sure, but I can't speak on what Tira is going to do or how Tira is going to handle that. I just know that I'm pretty sure she sees just from what I have spoken to her about all that shit, and I do believe she's going to talk about it sooner rather than later. That's all I can say about that. Let's see. But Callista Cat did not name anyone. She allowed Tira to name them, and she sat back and laughed. They both need to take responsibility for this. It's disgusting. Let's see. When I did the live with Tira and came on panel, I was nervous, and I didn't mean that my mom loved her, but uh, my mom did support her wholeheartedly. Not come off as a weirdo who's obsessed. And see, I didn't see a lot of that. Like I wasn't on the live when that was happening. I did watch the replay, but I wasn't sure where it was all stemming from or anything like that until very recently. And then I seen like all of it put together. But y'all have to also remember too, so much stuff happens. So much stuff happens. So if it's hard to remember it all until you get refreshed or get reminded, and then you're like, oh my God, I remember this thing. But there has been so much shit that's happened, and it's really hard to keep up with. And that's why I do try not to, involve myself, because it's like, damn, it's so complex and so much to keep up with and so much to like ingest, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll feel one way, and then it's like all this other shit will happen and I'm like, "Oh my God," it's just my opinions change constantly, and that's the thing about opinions, and that is why I do try not to insert myself often, but it does happen. I do, not even intending to, not even intentionally. I do, because I'm not fucking perfect. I am human and I make mistakes, and there are times, like if I'm on panel and it gets brought up, where I do sit there and talk about it, and Hearing voice with such emotion shows me you want to do better and no one is perfect and every single creator has made them. Yeah. We're none of us are perfect. And I do think that there are a lot of people out there that have also made mistakes that will never apologize or take accountability. I don't want to be one of those creators, you guys. I do want to, like, when I can see when I fucked up, I want to say that I fucked up and I want to show moving forward that I'm going to do better, right? Um, but that's all I can do, you guys. That's really all I can do. I respect that you're not burying your head in the sand and addressing it. I went back and forth on it because there are some things being said that's just not true. But I'm not addressing those things. I'm only addressing where I know I messed up. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. That's literally all I can do. Whew, let's see. Actions speak louder than words. Absolutely. I agree. I absolutely agree. As long as one changes their behavior for the better, that's what counts. If someone says sorry for something but keeps doing the same, you're right. You're absolutely right. And that's what, I've been screaming in this stream, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. I know the stream means nothing if I continue to do it. Right. So just know here on out, you're not going to see me deal like anywhere talking about any of this anywhere, okay? Because I've definitely learned a thing or two throughout all of this, and I know that I don't want anything to do with it, okay? That I know. Oh, thank you. Okay, I just want to make sure I get everybody. I don't want to miss anybody. um Okay, what's this now? Okay, let me check it. Good afternoon from South Africa. Anyway, I like your stuff, so I'm not going anywhere. Oh, Van Kate, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. And like I said, this is stuff that if you're not directly involved or supporter of or the creator of this corner of the community, you're not going to understand it. Honestly, it's a lot, it's complex. That's why I'm not even going to try to like start from the beginning so everybody can understand. I said at the beginning, if you don't know about this situation, you're not going to care. But I do appreciate your support. I appreciate you being here. I had to say this. I had to get on here and say it because, like I said, I went back and forth on should I just not say anything, ignore it, and move on, and just show it, right? Just show, or should I come on and apologize? And I felt like I needed to. So yeah. Okay, guys, let's see. Hey, can you call out other people but not how can you call out other people but not her bad behavior? What do you mean, Kayla? Like I said in the stream, Tira's done bad things. Tira's done things I don't support. I am calling that out. I'm saying that, right? I'm saying that. But I've also seen Tira try to do better, in my opinion. I know not everyone agrees with that, but in my opinion, I see her in real time making amends with people. I see her in real time apologizing and trying to do better. And like I said before, anyone trying to do better, I'm not going to sit there and like call them out or whatever, drag them for something they did 6 months ago or whatever. But that's just how I am. And I'm not saying I've never messed up or I've never said anything or never called. I'm just saying that's how I try to do. And even if it's someone I don't support, if they're trying to do it, like just for instance, right? And I'm just using this as an example, you guys. Let's say Real, okay? I don't support Real because I know my boundaries and I try to respect them, right? But in saying that, if Real is trying to do better and be a better person, I support the hell out of that. And I also, if there's people out there doing him wrong, which there are people that's done him wrong, I do not support that. And I'm vocal about that. And I have said those things. You know what I'm saying? I do like, I do try to keep the same energy, but at the end of the day, I don't think everyone screams that, but I don't think anyone keeps the same energy. Selective outrage is a real thing, and everyone in this community is guilty of it. And that's something we all just need to be honest about. It's not just me, it's not just anybody. Everybody's guilty of it because you do have a bias against certain things. And I'm admitting that, there are bias there. And when there's a bias, that's when I don't need to be speaking on it, right? Because if I am biased on the situation, I don't need to be sharing my opinions. And that's something I've definitely learned through this shit, for sure. Oh, hey, Melissa. Yeah, and then see, and I'm not doing. I want to say this too. Um, I know this is starting to get long, so I'm gonna hop off here in a second, you guys, because I do want everybody to be able to see this. Like I said, I know not everybody's gonna. It's not gonna. I know not everybody's gonna listen or care, and whatever people may use it to try to like say even more shit. But I felt like I needed to come on here and say what I needed to say. This is what I wanted to say. I am sorry to anybody that I hurt. I'm sorry to anybody that, in any way that I've disappointed you. I really am. I'm sorry. Okay. And moving on and moving forward, I am going to do things differently. That's all I can do. That's all I can say. Um, Kelly, and I know this has nothing to do with you. It made a whole video about Marianne and ignores the foul stuff that happened to me. Well, see, and that's, yeah, and I can't speak on Kelly either. You know what I'm saying? Everyone deals with things differently, and like I said, I went back and forth on not even speaking on this, just because I do feel like in some ways it'll make it worse. Someone out there is going to use this against me and be like, oh, well, Wildflower says all of this, but yet she's over here doing that. I know, guys. Okay. I know I messed up. Okay. That's all this was about. That's all this stream's about. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to personally apologize out of my own mouth for certain things. And whew, okay. To clear something up for the record, the reason the ladies waited for so long to speak on this was because they didn't want to pile on Callista when she was going through stuff. And yeah, and I understand that. I do. Stacy, I feel the same. We try to do a positive video every so often, even if we get laughed at for it. How others react to us is their business. Amen, Stacy. Amen. I agree. I agree. Let's see. And they waited to see. All I want to say is I truly believe Tara is a wolf in sheep's clothing. I feel like she's gonna bring you down. Just be thank you. I definitely will. I will be vigilant. Um, and and I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. I appreciate you wanting to do better. I appreciate you admitting mistakes, because that's hard. It is hard to do. Let me say you don't want to hear about yourself. We were talking about this on the stream last night. No one ever wants to hear about themselves. It's hard to take it in, right? um but I do really try to listen. I do, and I do really care. I can't fake like I don't. I do. So that's all this is. I just wanted to speak for myself here, um, and just say, I fucked up on a lot of different situations, and apologize for the things that I do know I fucked up on. And like I said, as I go on and reflect and continue reflecting on this, I'm sure there's something else that will come up. But I thought it was better you guys hear it directly from me. Um, hey, not another housewife. It's not about who you support. It's about saying something when they do something fucked up. And I get that. I understand that. Um, I was just talking about that a few moments ago, but no one said anything when she was accusing us. I know, I know. I trust me, I get it. I do understand. And like I said before, I've always chose to be silent and just not watch or whatever when it's too much for myself, or I think it's really bad. And I know that that's not the way that I should do things. And I know that now. And it's something I'm definitely going to work on. And I know, yeah, a lot of people, let's say that too. Like, it's not just me here, like, but I can only speak for me, right? So, okay, guys. So, since it's already almost been an hour, I'm going to go ahead and stop this. If you have any other questions that I didn't answer, or anything that you want me to, anything at all, if there's anything you want to say, you want to drag me, you want to call me a horrible person, fake, phony, whatever you want to do, leave it in the comments. I will address it. If I didn't already address it here, send me a message on Twitter, whatever, however you feel more comfortable. I appreciate all of y'all coming on here and just hearing what I have to say. If nothing else, even if you don't give a shit about what I have to say, I do appreciate you coming on here and listening. Moving forward, I am, y'all will see. That's all I can say. Y'all will see. I'm going to be doing everything to move differently, and really, like, stand by what I say. You're right. Like, not just say it, but stand by what I say and do what I say. Um, and then that's what I'm going to work on. And I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's cold. I'm in the laundry room and it's freezing with the heaters on in here. And y'all, it's like 20 some, it's cold. So again, I do appreciate all of y'all for hopping on and just hearing me out. If nothing else, I do appreciate that. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. I hope y'all all have a great day. All of this is a lot. It can get really heavy. It's really hard. That this is kind of, I'm gonna try to end it positively here. Sometimes it's good to just like take a breather and reflect on things. And that's what I'm doing here. When it becomes too much, sometimes you have to, just plug it out and focus on you and what you can do better. Sit with yourself for a while. And that's what I'm working on here. That's what I'm doing. Um, yeah. So once again, I hope all of y'all have a good day. If this is too much, if it's affecting you in a negative way, just everything in this community, everything going on right now, just make sure you're taking care of yourself, focusing on your mental health and making sure it's not too much for you because that's what matters at the end of the day, right? It is a lot, it's a hell of a lot. So just take care of yourself. Make sure you're in a good place. Make sure you're not overdoing it yourself or it's not too much for you, morally, spiritually, whatever. And just have a good day, you guys. Find something to be thankful for today. I'm so freaking grateful for all of you for hearing me out and a thousand other things in this lifetime. So thank you again. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.